So ka tawa. So from the sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. Ka is from cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse, and then tawa for the tangent equal opposite over adjacent. So that is one way of remembering. So once you remember the word sukatawa, then it will allow you to remember the ratios. Right? The other way is by a little saying where you use the first letter of every word to represent a value. So you say 2 old angels sitting on high, chatting about, about heaven. Alright? So with the use of the first letter of every word, you can see tawa, which is the tangent equal opposite over adjacent, sitting on high, sine equals opposite over hypotenuse, and chatting about heaven, cosine equal adjacent over hypotenuse. So these are known as mnemonics. These are little words that will allow you to remember an important concept, reciprocals. This brings us to the concept of inverse. For example, addition, the inverse of addition is subtraction. The inverse of multiplication is division. So the inverse of sine is known as arc sine. Okay? So if you want to undo the sine of an angle, you arc sine it. You will find either this notation or sine to the -1 as the notation. Okay? That is the inverse of the operation sine. Similarly, cosine, I forgot the C, arc sine. Same thing with cosine, the inverse of cosine is known as arc cosine, and it's spelled, and you can use the notation cos raised to the -1. So different books will have it differently, depends on which book you pick up. And similarly, tangent, the inverse of tangent as arc tangent or tangent to the -1. Very important, because there will be times, in fact, during the same class, you will notice that we will be looking for the inverse of said angle. All right?